Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel. Today I want to show you how you can use VLOOKUP in Microsoft Excel. VLOOKUP is one of the most popular functions in Excel. If there's a good function to know how to use, this is really a good one to add to your toolbox. So what is VLOOKUP and what does VLOOKUP stand for? VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookups and it allows you to look up information in a vertical list. In this video, I'll show you how you can use VLOOKUP in search mode and VLOOKUP in match mode. So let's take an example of VLOOKUP in search mode. Let's imagine that you have a customer ID and you want to know the customer name. So you have a list with all the ID and the customer name. You can look up that ID and then get the customer name back like you have here. And for the lookup match mode, maybe you have two different tables like you can see here and you want to bring them together. You can use VLOOKUP to join those two separate tables together. So you see it's really versatile. Today we're going to start off by going in depth on how to use VLOOKUP. Now if this sounds a little bit overwhelming and maybe a little bit confusing, I'm going to walk you through all of this step by step. Alright, so let's jump on the PC and start looking up. So we're going to start from the VLOOKUP search mode. Now in this case, this is my table and I want to use this space for my search bar. So now in this case, probably I have my customer ID, but I don't really know the customer name or the remark. And in most cases, if you want to use your VLOOKUP search mode, you're having a large row of data. Let's imagine you have a row of data of up to 2000 rows of data, and you want to use VLOOKUP to search for each of the customer ID because that's the information you have. So you want VLOOKUP to return the customer name and also the remark for the customer. So let's jump on the PC and look up. So now I have my customer ID 8 here. Now I want VLOOKUP to look up the customer name in this table and return it in the search bar. And I also want it to search my remark for the customer ID and also return it. So in this case, I'm going to impute my function. So the first, and also you need to know that in Excel, before you start or input any function on Excel, you have to use the equal sign. So equal VLOOKUP. So here VLOOKUP is asking me for my lookup value. Now in this case, my lookup value is my customer ID. And you hit on the comma. Now VLOOKUP is also asking me for my table array. Now this is my table array from my customer ID to my name and to the remark. So here I'm selecting the whole customer ID. You hit the comma. So I have my column index number. Notice this is where a lot of people make mistake. Now pay attention. Now in this case, you observe I highlight from customer ID through to remark. Now in this case, if you want to select your column index number, it has to come before your lookup value. Now my lookup value here is the customer ID and what I want to look up here is the name. And the name is in the second column after my highlight, which is customer name is customer ID is the number one and the name is the second one. So I'm going to input 2 here and input and it's comma. So here VLOOKUP is also asking me if I want an approximate match or an exact match. In this case, I don't need an approximate match. I want VLOOKUP to return an exact match of the field. So here I'm going to input 0 and hit, and I'm going to close my parentheses and hit enter. Now you see, so if you check my customer ID 8, it's going to be food is ready. I mean food store. And if I change this to 7, you see it automatically changed to chicken and chips. So let's repeat the same thing for the remark. So here I'm going to repeat the same function, VLOOKUP. So I hit the tab button and it's asking me for my lookup value. My lookup value is my customer ID, comma, my table array, comma, column index number. Now in this case, my column index number will not be the second one. It's going to be the third one, because in this case, I want to look up the remark. So the remark is in the third column of the Excel sheet. So here I'm going to hit theory, comma, and my range lookup. Just like the same thing, I want VLOOKUP to return an exact match. So hit 0 here, close parentheses, and hit enter. So you see, so the remark for the customer name for customer ID 7 is chicken and chips, and the remark is satisfied customer. So that means the remark for the customer ID means that we are able to provide solution to the customer, and the customer's remark is satisfied, like you can see here. So I want to change my customer ID. I want to change my customer ID to customer ID 2, and you can see. So what VLOOKUP basically do is it search through this table array. It search through this table array and look for the customer ID and return the name, like I choose for my VLOOKUP function to return the name, and also search through the table for the customer ID 2 and return the remark. Now you can see the remark for this is one of the top 10 customers. Now I can change this to 3, and you see food and beverage, and the remark is a new customer, make sure to please. So here in this case, you can see how important VLOOKUP is. So in a case where I have up to 2000 rows of data, I can easily use my search button here and use the lookup to search through my data. Use the lookup to search through my table with the customer ID and return the field I want VLOOKUP to return in the table. So that's the basic thing you need to know about VLOOKUP search mode. So let's jump to VLOOKUP match mode. So here I have my order ID, I have my product, I have my unit sold, and I have my date. So like I explained earlier, you can use VLOOKUP match mode to merge two tables together. To pick up your data in two different tables and input it in the other table. So here, in this case, you can see I have my product here and I have my product here too. I have my cost per unit here, which doesn't have any field, and I have my cost per unit here, which has field. Notice I have my product ID for chicken and chips. I have a total of 14 products for chicken and chips, and I have only one chicken and chips here. Now what I want Excel to do is I want VLOOKUP to look for chicken and chips, that's the product, in this, and return the cost per unit here for all product that has chicken and chips, and repeat the same thing for all other product that is in this table into this. So I want VLOOKUP to return the cost per product into the Excel table. So I'm going to start with my equal sign and input my function VLOOKUP, press the tab button. So VLOOKUP is asking me what should be my lookup value. Now in this case, I want my VLOOKUP value to be the product, because I want VLOOKUP to search through the other table and return the cost per product for my product. So I'm choosing that as my lookup value. VLOOKUP is also asking me for my table array. Now in this case, this is going to be my table array. So I'm going to highlight this. So you highlight your table array, then you hit on the comma. So VLOOKUP is also asking me for my column index number. Now in this case, my column index number is the value I want VLOOKUP to return, which is cost per product. So in this case, from my highlights here, you can see I have chicken and chips as the first, starting from a highlight, and cost per product as the second. And I want VLOOKUP to return cost per product. So I'm going to input 2, which is the second column, and press comma. Just like I did in the search mode, VLOOKUP is also asking me if I want to return an exact match or an approximate match. In this case, I want VLOOKUP to return an exact match, just like it returned an exact match in the other video. So here I'm going to click on 0 and close the parentheses and hit enter. Now you can see, now you see my cost per product for chicken and chips is $5, and VLOOKUP return $5 for all chicken and chips in this table. And the same thing goes for the strawberry. VLOOKUP search for the product ID, for the product, and return the cost per unit for each product. Then it goes for the sugar. So basically I have up to 200 rows of data here, ranging for different products. So VLOOKUP simplify it by returning the cost per product from that small table into all the product that I have in the other table. So that's basically what VLOOKUP match mode entails. So VLOOKUP can help you simplify your work and make your work stand out and easy for you to do in your organization. Now, if you like this video, I want you to drop a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also click on the notification bell to receive new video when I drop a new video. Thank you. My name is Daniel. Thank you.